Nauru, like most Pacific Island nations, is suffering from water issues due to the effects of climate change. The need to address water problems on island is a major priority to the government of Nauru. They are working in partnership with agencies like GEF, UNEP, UNDP and EU to make this happen. For the Pacific IWRM, SPC SOPAC is the executing agency, and on Nauru, the Department of Commerce, Industry and Environment, or CIE, is the lead agency for the National IWRM Demonstration Project. The Nauru IWRM team's main objectives are the protection of the groundwater resources from pollution through sanitation upgrading and to increase the stress reduction of water resources through conservation and improved water management. The team is also capacity building and raising awareness in the community and assisting in improving planning abilities and coordination. One of the most important undertakings by the Nauru government in conjunction with GEF, IWRM and EU IWRM was the introduction of the Nauru National Water, Sanitation and Hygiene Policy. The policy document was endorsed by Cabinet in February 2012, with the implementation plan now in its final stage. Once this policy is instigated, Nauru will have in place a well-thought-out IWRM-guided strategy for water and wastewater management and for water use efficiency that will sustain water resources into the future. GEF, being the major contributor in funding the Pacific IWRM demonstration project, made it possible for the National Demonstration Project to look at a few different waste prototype systems suitable for Nauru's needs. These included the dry composting toilets and 2 different types of enclosed septic tanks, which are being trialled in Anatan and Ewa districts. The national project involved the establishment of supporting committees charged with the duty of managing those demonstration projects. Groundwater contamination is a serious problem on the island. The continual seepage of sewage from the current and poorly designed household sanitation systems has contributed to the contamination of Nauru's underground water supply. Dry composting toilets are a viable solution to this problem. With no flushing process, there is no water used, so no ground seepage can occur. However, the dry composting toilet, or DCT, should not be compared to the pit latrine. A dry composting toilet is constructed above ground and the receptacle chamber is fully enclosed. You use it just like any other system, but you don't need water to flush. Instead, users are encouraged to drop in organic materials like leaves or mulch. This, combined with a layer of leaves on the base of the unit, helps to break down waste by encouraging aerobic growth. The organic material also helps to cover fresh waste.
First time when I saw this project on El Seldon's slides, one time he conducted a workshop. I was very interested in it when I first, but now I had it. I feel very happy that I've got it. I've got a small kitchen garden just back here, and I think it's really. I'm looking forward for the next 6 months after I've closed this chamber, so that I can start to process the contents of the compost toilet. So I'm hoping that it will turn out all right, and it's worked for me for my garden.
After allowing the contents of the chamber to sit for about 12 months, the contents can be safely handled and applied directly to plants as fertilizers. Another of the prototypes being trialled is the sealed concrete septic tank with twin chambers and sand filters. This is a conventional septic system that retains all the solids being flushed into the tank. However, it continually allows the wastewater to pass freely through the system and into the added sand filter boxes. The sand filters acts as a secondary treatment stage which should filter out some of the pathogens in the wastewater before being discharged back into the ground via a soakaway. The third prototype being trialled is the sealed concrete anaerobic baffled reactor, or ABR septic tank with sand filter. The ABR is an improved septic tank because of the series of baffles under which the wastewater is forced to flow. The increased contact time with the active biomass, or sludge, results in improved treatment. Again, it will retain all the solids being flushed into the tank, but will continuously allow wastewater to pass through the series of baffles within the tank before processing through the sand filter boxes. Similarly to the conventional twin-chamber septic tank, the sand filter acts as a secondary treatment stage, which will filter out some of the pathogens in the wastewater before being discharged back into the ground via a soakaway. At this stage of the demonstration project, the IWRM Nauru team has constructed 6 dry composting toilets, 2 with volunteering families, 2 at Kaiser College, and 2 at Anatan Infant School. 20 conventional twin-chamber septic tanks with sand filters have been connected to households within the demonstration communities of Ewa and Anatan. And 2 of the improved septic tanks, ABR, were constructed, one in Anatan and one in Ewa. The Australian government, under the AusAid program, have also funded a further 20 ABR septic tanks, 10 units in Anatan and 10 units in Ewa. The IWRM project has also engaged Southern Cross University in Australia to monitor the wastewater coming from the prototypes and to provide reports on the integrity of the systems. This monitors the wastewater as it passes through the different treatment stages of the septic tanks and the sand filters. Southern Cross University has provided project staff with new water testing equipment and training on how to use that equipment. This enables local staff to analyze the water quality from any source, not just the current project. As part of the project, all houses provided with the new septic tanks had their toilets rerouted from their cesspits and connected directly to the enclosed tanks. This project, in conjunction with the PAC-funded solar water purifiers and EU's restoration of the utilities' bulk water storage units, means that water sustainability and quality on Nauru is being seriously addressed. Combined with the implementation and enactment of the National Water Policy, the water needs of Nauruans is in good hands well into the future. IWRM, in partnership with the Government of Nauru, will ensure the island nation has the ability to reduce the effects of climate change in the area of water management and sanitation sustainability.